Hi Pisces, this is Gypsy Spirit here with you, ready to do your tarot reading for September 5th through 11th. And I want to thank you for being a Patreon subscriber to my page here. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a Ten of Swords, and this is telling me, Pisces, that there's something that has happened, an event, maybe a breakup, a job loss, some sort of event that was tragic to you, that was very, very painful. And, there's a season and time for everything. And there was a time that you spent in pain or mourning. But the Ten of Swords is telling me that time of being in this pain is almost over. There's an ending to this. You're finding better solutions, but you're finally getting over the pain that pulled you down for so long. And for some of you, I'm really feeling like it may be a breakup. But again, this is a general reading, so you have to pick your story. I see in the Nine of Swords that there was a time when you just lost so much sleep. But now, there was a time that you have lost sleep and you're continuing to lose sleep. So let me clarify that. Yes, even though you're just now starting to pick up the pieces a little bit and move on, it's not quite over. You still have depression and anxiety over the situation. So what is the solution in taking care of it? Sometimes, I always tell a lot of my clients that come in here to my home and express to me how hurt they are over a situation that happened to them, a breakup or something to do with a family member that hurt them, or a job or whatever. There is nothing that can take away the pain. Nothing. I wish I could prescribe a pill to you or tell you of a place, a drugstore that you go get something from. But there is nothing that I can tell you. The only thing that I can tell you is that the only remedy to the pain is time. And how you spend that time during during the season of this pain is totally up to you. There are two ways you can go about it. You can be the victim, or you can decide that you're not going to be a victim and do what you need to do to prevent anything like this ever happening to you again. And a lot of times these things have to happen because it brings success to us, believe it or not. We have to have failure. We have to have heartbreaks in order for us to grow. And, there's a time and a season for you to grow. Like there is a time and season for you to be in pain, or I guess like shriveled up, feeling like you don't want to come out of your bedroom. But I see in the Devil card that is in reverse that it is through maybe some of this pain that you have developed that has caused you to pick up maybe some habits, some behavior habits that are not good for you. Habits that may not be helping you to move forward into a more positive way of thinking and recovering from this. For some of you, I feel something just came to me. For some of you, I feel if it's a breakup, it could be drugs or alcohol, but for some of you, I feel like it's like you've just gone crazy sex-wise. Like you just have become like a nymphomaniac or something. And that doesn't take away the pain. It doesn't take away the pain. It's like you wake up the next morning and the pain is still there. So obviously, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's being like putting your hoe on, or drinking, or pill popping, or I don't know, whatever it is that makes you feel good to try to get over it, this is not the solution. Gypsy Spirit's telling you this is not the solution, because guess what? I've done the same sort of things. Yeah, I did the hoe thing for a while at one time in my life. Yeah. You still wake up with that lost and empty feeling that you had before you even, slept with somebody or did whatever it was. And you keep trying to chase down the feeling of feeling good again. But the only way you're going to do that is tapping into your own intuition, listening to yourself, listening to red flags, and forgiving yourself. So in this reading, and looking at all of this, I'm feeling like especially if it's a relationship, there's I should have done this, or I should have done that, or what if I did this? What if I did that? Stop all that nonsense. Because if it was meant for you guys to be together, you would be together. I get the feeling that some of you just let this person, whoever it was, just stomp all over you and take advantage, and they broke your heart. You saw red flags, you ignored them, and now you're paying the price. So again, this is a lesson learned. And sometimes lessons can be really, really painful. But I think that what the lesson is that you're having to learn is to start to trust your own instincts and listen to your higher divine. Listen to those red flags. When you see them come in, or you see one, just go the other way. Stop making compromises. When we make compromises, it really puts us in a position when we make compromises that we don't necessarily want to make, or we don't feel comfortable with. But we make those compromises hoping that we can please the other person, because we're hoping to find validation in ourselves through that other person. And then in the end, the other person lets us down. And then where's our validation? So it's really, really important. I mean, this is a result of all of this, and this is also the reason why you've tapped into some of the habits that are not good for you, is because you're angry with yourself a lot for not listening to yourself and standing up for yourself and allowing yourself to go open to those compromises that you didn't really feel comfortable with. So don't look at this, you're not a victim here. You helped create some of this, okay? Because like I said, you didn't listen to red flags. But look at it this way. You learned something from this, and now you know to listen to red flags. You're not a victim. You just have a heart, and you wanted to see things work in a certain way, and they didn't. So now it's time to pick up the pieces. The song by Fleetwood Mac, Gold Dust Woman. So now it's time to pick up the pieces and go home. Can you do that? Can you pick up the pieces and move on? So can you give up what it is you need to give up that's not bringing any good to you in the first place? Can you give that up and just start taking one step at a time? Surround yourself with nature and listen to your higher divine. Trust yourself. You're a good person. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. And when you see a red flag, run like hell. Okay? And the more you learn to recognize red flags and walk away from them, the stronger you get. I know this because it's already happened to me. So anyway, I hope this helps, Pisces. And I will be reading again for you next week. I will be lifting you up in prayer. And I hope everything goes good for you. We'll see what happens next week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.